A 1200-year-old Jewish prayer book is being called the oldest of its kind known to exist in the world. That is according to Stephen Green, the book's owner and Hobby Lobby president. The 50-page document is complete right down to its original bindings. Carbon-14 dating and the use of Babylonian vowels indicates that it was used during the 9th century. It is considered a rare find because ancient Jewish tradition called for the destruction of holy books that fell into disrepair. The 1200-year-old document has unknown origins, and Green refuses to say where it was found. Over the years, he has used the handsome profits from his 365 retail stores to collect over 40,000 other religious artefacts and fund religious programs the world over. But what do you do with 40,000 religious artefacts? Well, if you're a billionaire, religious fanatic like Stephen Green, you fund things like the Bible Museum to spread your beliefs everywhere. He has hired specialist Kerry Summers to head his Bible Museum project. Summers was a consultant for the Creation Museum's Ark project in Kentucky and has experience spreading false memes. The Bible Museum is slated for completion in the Washington, D.C. area within the next 4 years. But that's not all. Mr. Green's religious fervour is also filled politically. According to financial records, he funnels half of Hobby Lobby pre-tax income towards a large portfolio of evangelical ministries. That's a whopping $500 million spent funding woo-woo around the world as of 2012. Infidels should note that $10.5 million of Green's dollars went to save Jerry Falwell's Liberty University in 2004, and another $70 million bailed out Oral Roberts University in 2007. Green and his great wealth have placed over 1.4 billion pieces of gospel literature in countries around the world, including Africa and Asia. Keep that in mind when shopping for your next hobby project. Jews gathered by the hundreds of thousands to mourn the death of 93-year-old Shas party leader Rabbi Ovadia Yosef in Jerusalem. By some accounts, over 700,000 people attended his funeral, dressed in black Jewish Orthodox garb. The controversial leader was called Israel's Ayatollah by many of his critics for racist and inflammatory comments. He once said that Palestinians were like snakes and that God had put Gentiles on the earth for the sole purpose of serving Jews. Always willing to preach politics from the pulpit, Yosef once spoke of Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in these words: "Abu and all these evil people should perish from this world. God should strike them with a plague, them and these Palestinians." Yosef even angered many within the Jewish community when he said that the millions of Jews killed in the Holocaust were just reincarnated souls of sinners. That one didn't go over too well. Nonetheless, many Jews wept outside his home using razor blades to rip open their shirts as a traditional act of mourning. A weeping Shas legislator, Ari Dairy, asked, "How will the world run without the sun? How will the world run without the moon? What will be of us? Who will lead us? Who will take his place?" Infidel investigators are watching the situation closely and have determined that the sun and moon will continue to operate as expected despite the death of the rabbi. Turmoil in the North African country of Tunisia over control of the country's government has eased. The ruling Islamic Ennahda party has finally agreed to allow democratic-style elections in about 6 months. The new agreement ends many months of sometimes violent political strife between Ennahda and the country's various opposition groups. The deal paves the way for the nomination of an independent Prime Minister and the formation of a constitution. Once elected, the new Prime Minister will have 2 weeks to form a cabinet. The protocol also sets a timetable of 4 weeks to hold government elections. The news is refreshing to many Tunisians who see the national dialogue as a positive move toward ending political discord. Speaking to local journalists, 30-year-old worker Nadia Hasnoui said, "I hope that this agreement is final so that we move forward and not remain in the same place. It's good that political parties discuss things in a civilized manner and overcome their differences in order to find a solution." She concluded with, This is what is needed today, a culture of dialogue and exchange of views and ideas without resorting to violence and threats. It's something that gives us hope in the future."
Do you have special talents? Would you like to change the world? Would you like to contribute to the atheist cause? Then why not join AtheismTV? we're looking for hosts for our various shows. A news writer, a video editor, a news anchor, or the host of your own show. Any of these volunteer positions are available for you to leave a mark via the AtheismTV collaboration channel. Now is your chance to shine and make a difference. Contact us today.